Do. 45, 47. Why is that not coming on? Stupid. I should be live already. Hold on. Do. 45, 47. Hey guys, if you don't mind, as we get in, tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart me. It's only one coin to boost the live, push us out to the FYP. Also, if you could knock out the daily gift goal, it would be excelente. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. We're going to go ahead and get started here in just a moment. We are looking for some debates. So if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background, get in the box because we are only looking for some debates. Keep tapping the screen, share the live. Let's get the likes up to 8,000 likes. How about that? How about that? Does that sound fair? Is that feasible? Can we get it up to 8,000 likes? Hello, Louise. Hey, Rain. Hey, LSJ. Hey, Barbara. I hope everyone's having a wonderful evening. It's I think it's going to be fun this evening. I do. For some reason, I think it's going to be a pretty fun evening, and I'm actually excited about getting active. Because I got a lot to say. And it's gonna be said. So since I'm gonna say it, we're gonna say what it say. And since I'm gonna say what it say, then we're gonna make it do what it do, baby. I'm gonna make it do what it do, baby. All right. Again, only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. If you're friendly, tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart me. It's only one coin. It will boost live and push us out to the FYP. We're going to get started, and you guys know exactly how we start. So let's go.
You stepped in the box. Now you're in the ring. Ain't no hugs here. You better take your best swing.
Mike Hot.
Who wanna step in the flame?
This ain't a
debate. This a mind game. Facts type lies get left in shame.
One wrong move.
Get slapped out your name.
This ain't
TikTok T. This a war zone talk. No script, no filter, no safe walk. Bring stats who get scrambled like a glitch. I got fire in my mouth like I
hello.
Yeah. Step in if you dare. Truth hit hard like a punch in the air. Ain't no rules, no plan, no script. One wrong move, get cooked real quick. No cap, no shield. Better know your stuff or you get revealed. Step in, don't you wanna? Sparring with Santana. I don't care what you claim or your background. Facts only, if not, get clapped down. Whether you're left or right, or you don't even vote. If your logic is weak, I'll sink your boat.
Hey.
Slick, but you ain't got source.
Nope.
Just vibes, that ain't power, that's force.
I'm the
test, the trap, the trip, the call.
Hey.
Once, I'm snatching it all.
Boom.
Step in if you dare. You dare. Hit hard like a punch in the air. Ain't no rules, no plan, no script. Yeah. One wrong move, get cooked real quick. No cap, no shield. Better know your stuff or you get revealed.
Hey.
Step in, don't you wanna?
What?
Sparring with Santana. Step in if you dare. You dare. Hit hard like a punch in the air. Ain't no rules, no plan, no script.
One wrong.
Get cooked real quick.
What?
No cap, no shield.
Nope.
Better know your stuff or you get revealed.
Step in, don't you wanna? Sparring with Santana.
Yeah. This ain't your safe place.
It is not.
This is flame.
It absolutely is.
You wanna sparring with Santana.
Gotta adjust my crown. It's about to go down. Time to get active. Guys, welcome in. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We are only looking for some debates. If you are friendly, again, tap the screen, share the live. Send your daily heart me. It's only one coin. It'll boost live, push us out to the FYP. I'm going to keep resetting the daily gift goal to these little 1-cent gift goals. Share the live maybe once or twice. That's super helpful. But reposting the live helps so much more. So again, go ahead and repost the live. That helps a ton. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
Yeah, I fought with, I mess with Trump for like 2 reasons.
Okay, so but you are a Trump supporter.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Cool. Hey, before we go too far, quick question for you. Do you know who I am?
Yeah, I seen you on some lives. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Surprise, surprise. Cool. Well, would you mind if I give you and everyone else a proper introduction to not only who I am, but what this actually is?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, perfect. Give me 1 second here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Guys, welcome in. This is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters or anyone that disagrees with anything on the background. I am Santana, and we are only looking for some debates. If you're friendly, tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart. Me, it's only one coin. It will boost the live and push us out to the FYP. And we have, is it Mari? Is that how I say your name?
Yeah.
Mari. Mari, I normally don't really say, why you support Trump. I usually go to what do you disagree with on the background, but you kind of got me interested. Why you said there's 2 reasons you support Trump?
But yeah, it's 2 reasons. Cause like the first reason is cause like he freed somebody in connection to me, and I look up to him as like a leader. Like he freed NBA YoungBoy, and like YoungBoy, he got me through like a lot of things. Like I'm being so for real. Like YoungBoy got me through a lot of like tough situations,
Mm-hmm.
And then, like,
what's the second reason?
Like, another reason is because, like, bro, I don't want to commit no crimes under Trump. Like, I'm telling you, bro, I don't want no smoke with the Don. Like, if it was Biden, that shit's sweet. Like,
what if I told you that actually under Trump you should be committing all the crimes because, like, he's letting everybody free that commits crimes?
I mean, yeah, true, but like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want no smoke with it. You feel me? I don't want no smoke with that, bro.
There's nothing about Donald Trump that says that he's tough on crime. So I think your stance is absolutely incorrect. Also, yeah, someone said in the chat, NBA YoungBoy is trash.
I don't think he trash, bro.
Like lyrically, like the substance of his music, like overall, the flow, the style, like he's trash.
Bro, you gotta listen to the right songs, man. Like
I've tried to listen to multiple songs of his. Like, even if you're really gonna like try to lean into the shits, then at least say Kodak Black. Like Super Gremlin is dope. Like, I mean, if this is gonna be your whole shtick, then like maybe pick someone better than NBA YoungBoy.
Nah, I just look at YoungBoy as like a true leader. Like he said Trump, like he good for the young people like me, like young black folks like me.
How old are you?
I'm 18.
Are you registered to drive? Do you have a driver's license?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll be driving.
You've been registered now for selective service for a draft.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I would do some drills like down there.
No. I need you to lock in right here, right now with me. Did you know that you are officially now registered for selective service so you can be drafted into the Army? Did you know that?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, that's cool. Like, I don't mind shooting some shit up. Like,
Oh, okay. Cool. Hey, are you paying attention to what's happening in Iran?
I mean, like,
did you see that today that Iran shot down 2 F-35 fighter jets, some of the most advanced equipment in the world as far as fighter jets? And up until this point, no other country has ever done that. They were on an 8-year run with no one ever touching those jets, and Iran shot down 2 of them in one day. Did you know that?
I say we got to go spam.
Did you also know that there were 3 generals that were actually fired? And normally when generals are getting fired, that means that it's because they are actively pushing back against a leader trying to go to war. Hey, did you know that people your age are getting ready to be deployed to the Middle East? Donald Trump has put an additional 5,000 troops in the Middle East while having 50,000 troops already there, and they're lying about the amount of people that are dead or either injured in the Middle East. Did you know that people like your age are literally being deployed and losing their lives, and they're saying that nothing's happening? Is that what you want?
I mean, nah, he's got to recruit some more like some dangerous YNs. Like,
yeah, well,
like
apparently recruiting dangerous YNs ain't gonna cut it, because not only are they automatically registering YNs to be picked for selective service, but they're begging people to come back into the army. The people that got kicked out of the army during COVID, they're begging them to come out. They extended that for another year, and they increased the age limit for enlistment from 34 to 42. Hey, bub, you're going to war, and you're sitting up here sounding like a jackass talking about NBA YoungBoy because you think you're trolling. But shit is serious. Like, you're so fucking stupid, you don't even understand what's happening, and you think it's sweet. And I'm sitting up here trying to give you game, and you want to keep talking about NBA YoungBoy because you're a fucking idiot. Hey, catch up. You have no idea what's happening in the world right now, and you think you're a funny troll, and I'm telling you, you're in fucking danger. You're in danger. Holy shit, you're in danger, and you have no idea. You're so fucking stupid. Oh my God, I'm just gonna keep it moving. All right. That's how you handle trolls, guys. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. If you're friendly, tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart me. It's only 1 coin. It will boost the live and push us out to the FYP. I don't know if this person's going to load. Debbie's in the chat for Heather. Hey, Heather. Heather sent a $5 donation saying daily, nightly hugs. Have a great night cooking these fools. You know how we do, Heather. We locked in. Debbie's in the chat for Heather. Thank you for that 5. If anyone else like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links and link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background? Hi, Travis. Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background? Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
No.
No? Then why'd you come up here?
Because I love you.
Okay.
You're my goat.
Okay, but please don't do that, okay? No more. I appreciate you, but don't come up anymore, okay? All right, thank you. I love you more. Go get some rest. Guys, only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? Julie? I guess that's a no. Guys, keep tapping the screen, share the live, send your daily heart me. It's only 1 coin. It will boost the live and push us out to the FYP. Again, you got it, Joanna. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background?
Yeah, I disagree with one thing on the background.
Okay, what do you disagree with?
That's going to be to remove the white G-man from power.
Oh,
because
okay.
who are we going to put in their place? Asian men? What other country besides Asian and white aren't total shitholes?
There's plenty of countries, but again, I'm confused as far as why you got to go directly to Asian men or men, period. Is it Pumpkin? Should I call you Pumpkin? Or Dark Biden?
That's right. No, I'm saying, you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
There's no nation that's not ran by Asians or whites that isn't just total
Asian people
shit.
or white people.
Who's going to replace us?
Well, even this nation is this nation.
Mexican nation.
Well, Mexican isn't a race, but hold on, slow down. You're getting a little emotional. Let's talk through this. Even if you talk about this country, I mean, it's ran by white people and it's a complete shithole, but I digress. The point as far as removing white men from power is relying on putting anyone except white men in power. And again, it doesn't necessarily have to be a man. It could be a woman. It could even be a white woman. But white men are specifically the ones we got to get up out the paint. Hey, Pumpkin, you still there?
Okay, but look at the track history. White nations that are ran by white men, all of
your MAGA mobile's acting up.
But that's the white.
Your Your MAGA mobile's acting up. Not him crashing out at the same time that his signal's going out. Look at Jeebus. Him big mad. Him big mad. Bub, I can't hear nothing you're saying. Like, you just stop raging for a moment and like fix your signal. Are you there? Pumpkin. Even his Wi-Fi didn't want him to participate. Holy smokes. Oh, wait, here he's back. Good evening, Trey.
There it goes. It's blue and pink.
Your signal's really bad.
Okay. I'm gonna speak. Okay, can you stop?
We can't hear you.
Can you stop
Your
talking
signal
for 1 second. Just let me get the thought out.
Because I'm trying to tell you. I didn't hear anything that you said. Your signal's really bad.
1 second. So what is
go get on Wi-Fi or something. Like
Russia's going to be a tolerable.
You got to go find a better signal. I can't do that. Like, all I heard was Russia. You find a better signal. I'm not doing that. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background. Hi, you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
Yeah, man. What's up?
Yeah, you're a Trump supporter?
Yeah.
Okay. Which point do you disagree with most on the background when you like to start?
Well, both sides of the aisle. I'm trying to figure out why you guys get so excited about APAC when our prescription drug industry and our insurance industries, who got crazy wealthy over the ACA, put more money into the pockets of politicians than APAC do. Like, why are y'all not upset about that? Why are y'all not upset about the ACA enriching insurance companies to a point of no return and literally crippling our public and making us so sick we can't even take care of ourselves or afford it? Like, why are y'all upset about APAC and not Obama for putting in this fucking shit that made the insurance companies filthy rich?
Okay. Yeah, I am. I'm upset about all of it. And the reason why I have APAC, though, is because it's easily identifiable. But that is the opening to having the overall conversation. I think that all political lobbyists, all lobbyists need to be removed. Dark money, like all money out of politics in general. You're absolutely right. If you take a look at, no, I'm not. Not even close. Donald Trump. Can I finish my sentence? Did you see how I wait? Did you see how I sat quietly and let you speak? And I halfway through my sentence and you start interrupting me?
Yeah, I don't care. So
okay. Yeah. Well, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay. I'm gonna put a binky in your mouth. If shush. You're not gonna sit up here and rage. I sat there and let you speak. Guess what? It's okay. Shh, then run. Exactly. You're a Trump supporter. Donald Trump has enriched themselves through lobbying. Donald Trump took $200 million from APEC. What the fuck are you talking about? You're just stupid. You're emotional and stupid. Oh my God. You guys are not doing well this evening. You guys are not okay. What is happening? Hi, are you a Trump supporter? Okay, please don't do that. Seriously, don't do that. That's not funny. I don't think that's cute. Please don't request up and do that. I have no interest in that. Please respect my boundaries. That's not funny. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background?
Yeah, I mean, fuck Trump, fuck ICE. But the main thing is remove white men.
You don't go here, so I'm going to remove you. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background?
I do like your background, by the way. Your camera is very, very good.
Okay, but do you disagree with
Wait,
something on the background?
Yes. I am a Trump supporter, but I do like the camera. What kind of camera is that?
It's a magic camera. Which point do you disagree with on the background?
Magic camera. What kind of magic camera is it?
Which point do you disagree with on the background?
Let's see here. Ties with Israel. Why does it keep on like doing that?
Oh, it's because the graphic that I designed is moving.
Remove white men from power?
Mm-hmm.
How so? Why? Like
to make the country better and end the war.
By removing white men?
Yep.
From power?
Yep.
Interesting.
You sound kind of muffled. Are you covering your mic somehow?
No, my
oh, that sounds way better just now. I don't know what you just did.
No, I brought up close to my face.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you disagree with removing white men from power?
I got the Obama phone. That's why you can't hear me very good.
That's what's up. You disagree with removing white men from power?
Yeah, I agree with that part. I mean, us white folks are pretty crappy people. See here, Ben. Remove us global presses, cut military budget. I mean, our budget is, we spend a lot of money lately, so I do agree with that too. I mean, fuck, I can't debate you then.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you coming up.
Good points, man.
Yeah. Debbie's in the chat for Oakley for the $5 donation. Saying, Santana, I've watched every single day and I love what you do. I have a MA initiative I love to bring to your attention for a single black mom slipping through the cracks. Yeah, send it over to Kay. If you check the pay link in the link tree in my bio, Kay's email is listed, the platform director, send the information to Kay for sure. And we can definitely take a look at that. Debbie's in the chat for Oakley. Thank you. Debbie's in the chat for Tess. What up, Tess? Who sent a $25 donation and just got home in time just to catch you. Sounds like you've been eating MAGAs. I hope you and the missus had a great Friday night. Yeah. We had a great day. It's been a really good day. Debbie's in the chat for Tess, guys. If anyone else would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Pay links and link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat. I will read that out. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background? Hi, Pickle Season. Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
Yeah, I'm Trump supporter.
Okay. Which point do you disagree with the most on the background? Where you like to start?
I think he's making America great again. He's improving the economy.
He's not, but that doesn't have anything to do with the point in the background. Can you see the background?
Okay. Let me start. Yeah. Hold on. Let me read. Okay. So I primarily like Trump because he's improving the economy. But let me.
You do that really quick. W's in the chat for
Israel. I'm not too. Go ahead.
I was going to say, take a minute. You can read it. W's in the chat for Elite, who sent a $5 donation saying, as a black woman, it's about time to remove white men from power. Thank you for representing marginalized communities. Elite, listen. You know what we need? We really need. We need black women in power specifically. I'm not currently advocating for anyone that we need to put in power, but if we're going to put anybody in power, we need to put black women in power. Just saying, I called it. It is what it is. W's in the chat for Elite. Thank you so much for that dono. All right, you figured out which points you disagree with?
I don't like the Israel thing, so I think we agree there. So okay. I just think Trump is better for the economy. That's the problem.
Okay. So, do you think that
I'm not fully Trump, but I'll vote for Trump over Kamala any day.
Why are you talking about the 2024 presidential election? What is Donald Trump currently doing to improve the current economy?
Everything. Yeah, he's kicking out the illegals.
Undocumented immigrants. What is Donald Trump doing to improve the economy?
He's kicking out the illegals and
undocumented immigrants. What is he doing to actually
improve?
improve the economy? That's not how it works, Bubba.
Yeah, we're gonna get jobs.
It doesn't work that way. Name the thing right now that he's doing to improve the economy.
He's increasing jobs by kicking illegals.
He's lost jobs. You're wrong. You're just wrong. Like, have you not seen
propaganda?
No, it's the job numbers came out today. Did you see the job numbers?
Today?
Yes, today. They literally came out today.
Well, that's probably because Iran. We got to defend ourselves.
What the fuck does Iran have to do with the job numbers? What are you talking about?
We're spending a lot of money out there, defending ourselves.
What the fuck does that have to do with the job numbers?
Because we're defending ourselves. We're spending money. We're spending a lot of money.
What does spending money on a war have to do with the job numbers that were released today?
He's making America great again.
How?
He's increasing our economy.
How?
He's kicking out the illegals.
He's not deporting undocumented. You keep saying, hey, I keep saying undocumented, not quote unquote illegal. Stop saying that shit on my platform. Like, that's my boundaries. I keep saying it over and over. And he's not. I'm saying deporting undocumented people doesn't increase the economy. That's fucking stupid. Name the actual quantitative thing, the tangible thing that he's doing to improve the economy. Name the actual thing. Deportation doesn't help the economy. That's stupid.
Tariffs.
Okay, how has tariffs helped the economy?
Because China's going to pay. We're going to win and China's going to pay.
What the fuck are you talking about?
China's going to pay.
Who taught you this?
Tariffs.
Who taught you this?
Trump, my daddy. My daddy, Trump.
Hey, if Johnny has 2 apples and he gives one away, how many apples does Johnny have left?
Whatever my daddy Trump says.
Hey, Pickles, do you like Magic?
Yeah.
Cool.
You gonna give me a magic?
Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. If you are friendly, tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart me. It is only 1 coin. It will boost the live and push us out to the FYP. Can we knock out the daily gift goal? It's the little finger hearts. It's little finger hearts. Did you come back for a debate?
So I was gonna say something about undocumented immigrants, right? So when they come over here, so with the deportation of undocumented immigrants, they're like, well, they pay taxes. Well, they come over undocumented. They do not have social security numbers. They don't.
Okay.
So where are they getting these securities from? Where are they getting these numbers from?
You can get an actual tax identification number so you can pay with the 1099.
Are you familiar with E-Verify?
Yeah.
Are you? So
yeah.
So I've seen it from time to time where they come into the plant and they apply for a job and they get denied for that job because their E-Verify number isn't correct. So are they undocumented then, or what's going on?
I don't know. This is a fucking anecdotal experience that you're giving me. Like, I don't know about the plan or what you're talking about. Like, give me something substantiable.
So
like, give me something I can substantiate.
They're stealing yours and my social security number.
Cool.
So
that's fine. Tell me where we can verify that.
Well, the E-Verify program.
No, tell me where you got the actual information that proves that.
I see it firsthand.
Yeah, I don't care about your anecdotal story. Listen, are we supposed to believe the data or your lying ass eyes? Which one you think we're gonna believe?
I mean, look it up, I guess. I mean,
okay, then look it up and tell me where you find it. Like, I'm willing to accept it, but I'm not going to just trust you, bro. We don't believe you. You need more people. Welcome in, Dean Raid. Welcome in, Dean Raid. Guys, as you get in, tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart me, knock out the daily gift goal, hit that follow button. We are on our way to 200,000 followers. So go ahead and...
Dean Grifters is rating you? Fucking A, buddy. You know,
are you Canadian?
No, I'm not Canadian.
Okay, then substantiate a debate.
What I'm saying is Dean's a grifter, and he's, you know, grifting you, his followers here. But
substantiate a debate, Trent.
I'm going to tell you something right now, okay? So, this is fucking hell. I wish I could debate Dean right now because I could get on something right now. Bigger than shit.
Then go find Dean and debate him. Like, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. If you're friendly, tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart me. It's only one coin. And if you like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks for You. Santana Speaks for You is the best way to support the live. If you're over on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. And you can send a super chat, and I will read that out. Hi, Izzy, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
Yes, I do.
Okay. What do you disagree with on the background?
So I just wanted to tell you what happened on Dean's live. So you're.
I'm not interested. Would you like to tell me what you disagree with on the background?
I don't. I actually love you.
Okay. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates, guys. Please respect the boundary of the live. Do not request up if you are not a Trump supporter or you do not disagree with anything on the background. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
I just want to tell everybody that taking your life is never the answer. Every single one of you.
Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We are only looking for some debates, guys. I don't know what the fuck is happening, but like, stop. I don't know what's happening. Stop. Stop. Holy smokes. What the fuck just happened? Stop. I don't know what's going on. All right. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. W's in the chat for Heaven for the $5 donation. Tell Dean this just says love this messed up. I don't know what you mean, Heaven. Thank you for the $5 dono. Oh. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Okay. Gary, thank you so much for the $5 and thank you for letting me know that. JP, thank you so much for the league basketball. W's in chat for Ian for the $5 donation. Hey, Santana, hope you're well. Sorry I haven't watched in a bit. Oh, good, friend. W's in the chat. W's in the chat. Again, only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. You good, bro?
Yeah, I thought I'd just quickly explain the confusion. So the last 20 minutes of my live, I spent it trying to figure out what comments and what words and what letters were and were not censored. And we figured out that certain letters of the alphabet were censored. Like, for instance, the letter A. So
I was wondering, someone just sent that. I was like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Yeah. So I just thought I'd help clear up the confusion. My bad. I told And then for everybody else watching that came over from my stream, I do think I identified the issue. There's like alternative fonts that you could use to like send messages. I'm sure that you guys have seen them before. It's kind of hard to describe besides like describing them as alternative fonts. And I looked at all my blocked words on my TikTok stream, and there was like a whole ass alphabet in this alternative font that was banned. So I think maybe it was registering like this alternative font A is like the letter A. But regardless, Santana, I apologize for impeding on your stream.
No. All good, bro. I thought something had happened to you. It was just that everybody's coming in being weird. So that's why I looked to see if you text me or anything. But okay. All right. I appreciate you.
Yeah, you take care, man. Have a good stream.
All right. Have a good one. Again, guys, only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Oh, the person did not load. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
I'm a Trump supporter.
You're also a child.
No, I'm not. I swear.
I don't believe you. You need more people. Guys, only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We are only looking for some debates. Oh, W's in the chat for Roxy. I appreciate it, Roxy. I didn't know that. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
Yes, I am a Trump supporter.
Okay. Which point on the background do you disagree with the most? Where you like to start?
Well, personally, I disagree with cutting ties with Israel.
Okay. Why do you disagree with cutting ties with Israel?
Well, because, you know, I'm a devout Christian.
Okay. What does that have to do with cutting ties with Israel?
Well, I don't know. I just think Christianity's good.
Okay. That's what's up. What does that have to do with cutting ties with Israel?
Well, I mean, man, personally, it's like an arbitrary reasoning.
Oh,
you don't
okay.
agree with that?
No, I don't agree with arbitrary reasonings behind like global issues. Do you have something substantial?
Honestly, no.
Okay. Then maybe go workshop it and then you can come back and we'll talk about it again another time, okay?
No problem. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate you. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background. God. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
Yo, Santana hit 5 blinkers.
It's not funny. Please don't do that. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Guys, seriously, if you came in here, if you're not a Trump supporter, if you don't disagree, if you want to like come up and just say or do weird shit, find somewhere else to do it. Fuck off. Like, I don't do that. I have no interest in that. Seriously, don't come up here with the weird shit. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background?
So I'm not a Trump supporter. I actually live in Canada, but I do disagree or want to be ed.
That's what's up. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter, disagree with anything on the background, and you're an American citizen. We are talking about the war currently between the U.S. and Iran. So, yeah. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background? Cody? Thank you for the cake. Guys, if you'd like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. Also, hit that follow button, guys. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
I'm not a Trump supporter, but I don't even know if I necessarily disagree. I just kind of wanted some clarification. Remove white men from power. Can you elaborate on that a little bit as far as like, you mean all white men? Do you mean I'm just curious as to
all of them, every single one of them.
A bit more specific. Every single one?
Yep.
Okay. Is there, I mean, a reason for that?
Yep. I don't want to lay out my full debate without you telling me if you did. What about that statement do you disagree with?
It just seems a little broad.
It's sweeping.
Yes, that is the right word. Very sweeping. So I guess I was wondering if there was something more to it, or if you.
But no. I mean, like, tell me what makes you uncomfy with the statement. Are you saying that there's some good white men that should keep power, or like help me understand where you're going?
Yeah,
with this?
I guess you could say that. Yeah, I mean, why all white men?
Okay, so you disagree because you think that there should be some that continue to hold power.
Sure.
Okay. Tell me which ones.
Well, I hadn't thought of that. Let's see.
How about this? Better question.
Okay.
Can you name one white man, just one, that doesn't benefit from the patriarchal system?
I cannot.
Yeah.
Not off the top of my head. No.
That's because they don't exist.
True. Okay.
The point being is that when you talk about like the actual top of the patriarchal system, which it is white men, Bobby, you can keep spamming Dean. No, Dean is a white man. Yes, he benefits from the patriarchal system. Yes, he absolutely benefits from it. There's not one. Point being, when you talk about the actual patriarchal system and the white men sitting at the top of the patriarchal system, anyone that is not a white man is marginalized in one way, shape, or the other. And so when you talk about the people that have been in power over the 250-year history of our country, it has been white men. They've held power in the House, Senate, and presidency, right? 90% of the power has been held by white men. And so no matter if you're a Republican, Democrat, it doesn't matter. The current state of our country is where we are currently because of white men. And so the point being is if we want to actually shift where we are as a country, the fact that we are heading towards the existential cliff, literally our country is on the brink of collapsing. And this is not me just being hyperbolic. It's based off of the historical track run of nations. Most nations only last about 250 years. And then you take a look at the fact that the United States of America is repeating the exact same things that the last 5 global superpowers, the countries that had their currency as the centralized currency of the world, we're doing the exact same thing that the last 5 global superpowers have done, which caused their countries to collapse. So we are at a point where right now, not only to end this war, but to ensure that our country doesn't go off that existential cliff, that we do something that we need to do, which is remove the actual group that's had power for the last for 90% of our entire history of our country.
So so your perspective is just kind of like take out the common denominator then, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense because nothing else has worked, so might as well go for the white men. Okay.
Yep, and they're the only group in the history of our country who has never been disenfranchised. When you talk about the creation of the country, the only people that had power were white men that owned land, and then everyone else after that has received their actual rights past that. So.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you. Someone said 99%. No, 90% is the actual, like I'm not being hyperbolic when I'm saying that number. That's the actual number. It's 90%. Like that number is factual. So I'm not even being hyperbolic. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. I did not mean to let this person up. Holy smokes. We'll see what happens. Santana, I take to be racist. You think so? Come up here and tell me why you think I'm racist.
I don't
I'm
think we should cut the military budget.
Okay. Are you a Trump supporter? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, but I disagree. I disagree with the topic of removing white men.
You stop speaking for a moment. Don Withers. Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything in the background?
I'm not technically a Trump supporter, but I don't agree that we should cut the military budget.
Okay. And for your TikTok purposes, what are your age? What's your age?
I'm 24.
24. What year were you born?
2002.
2002. What year? I'm sorry. What month?
February.
Okay. Petty said no way. Petty doesn't trust you.
You guys don't have to trust me. Like.
Okay. Why do you disagree with cutting the military budget?
I'm just gonna be quick, but like,
are you? I was about to say, are you sick or something?
Yeah, I'm a little bit congested.
Are you up for this conversation? I don't want you to strain yourself.
I just have a quick point to make. Like, does cutting the military budget mean like taking money away from them? You're saying?
Yeah. So the premise that I have is not only do we need to cut the military budget, but it needs to be done in multiple phases. We need to do a complete audit to ensure that we are spending money correctly. We need to reallocate the funds that we're cutting proportionally to the American people, providing things like access to health care, universal health care, a public option for higher education. And then we need to invest more in our current soldiers, increasing the pay for our current men and women in uniform, while also improving the benefits for our veterans. And then we can eliminate things like spending $93 billion in 1 month on steak, lobster, crab legs, Apple products, recliners, ice cream machines, like all of those types of things that has like wasteful spending. And even if you take a look at the premise of Doge and what Doge did, the only thing they cut from the military budget was $80 million that was quote unquote connected to DEI. So the point that I'm making is that we can cut the military budget while also improve the way that we spend the money that we allocate for the military budget that would benefit everyday Americans and our current men and women in uniform and our past soldiers as well.
How would cutting the military budget help soldiers?
I just told you.
Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right. You said that I'm racist.
Yeah, I'd take the proposition, remove my white men from power to be racist.
Okay. How's it racist?
Yeah, because it's going to be discriminating someone based on their skin color or ethnic background.
Race isn't based on skin color.
Wait, what do you take race to be then?
It's more than skin color.
Oh, so then wait, would race be like a set of social characteristics then?
Or like what socially is race? Acceptable phenotypical characteristics created for the othering of non-white people to create a free and cheap labor class. Yes.
Yeah. So why'd you have to add like the latter half there? Why not just like accept the first part of the definition that you provided?
Because like, the reason what was created was to create a free and cheap labor class.
Yeah, but did you necessarily have to entail that it was going to be created by like white men? Like that doesn't have to be a necessary entailment. That could just be.
I'm telling you what race is. Like I don't care if you don't like the fact that like I know what race is. I'm telling you that's what race is.
No, that's not. No, that's not why I asked the question.
Who created race?
Yeah, I don't understand like the coherency of the question.
Who created race?
I would say like
sounds like you're getting your Googles on, but go ahead. Yeah.
I would just say like European explorers, but I don't necessarily
Gomez,
take that.
Inez, de Zurara.
Hold up. I don't take that to be a necessary.
I don't care what you take. Hey, listen, if you're trying to field bro me, you're not gonna win this because I don't do the field bro shit. I don't care about what you take to be a necessary.
I'm not trying to field bro.
I don't care what you take to be a necessary entail. Oh, I'm a fucking dweeb. I don't care about that. I'm telling you what the actual reason, what the definition of race is, what race is, and how it actually functions and why it was created. I'm going to give you the whole thing, no pause.
Okay, so
I'm going to give you the whole thing, no pause. Now, again, that's what race is. Gomez, Inez de Zurara created race. He was a chronicler for Prince Henry the Navigator, and he created it for the justification of chattel slavery.
Okay, so do you take it that like the history of the definition of the word actually means that like there can be other colloquial definitions that we use in like day-to-day speech in order to actually like make an argument or something coherent?
Yes.
So can we use like a different type of like description of what we take race to be, other than like a historical context one?
No, not for this. And again, I don't really care about definitions because definitions are descriptive and not prescriptive. I care about functionality, and in order to make the coherent point that this is racist, you have to actually tell me how this is specifically racist. And also you have to understand the functionality of racism in order to meet that goal. So if you can't actually meet the level of what is racism based off of what race and why it was created, then your point of it being racist is moot.
If I don't necessarily like understand the history of how race was created, but do you think that I can like use a term and have like an adequate definition without understanding the history of the word?
Sure, but I mean, I don't care about that. I'm talking about this specifically. We're talking about my specific point, not about like whatever it is you're trying to do.
So if I were to provide you a definition of racism, would you go ahead and grant it?
I don't give a fuck about the definition. I mean, like, I'm just telling you what the actual, what race is, how it functions. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, obviously.
What is, okay,
right?
can you tell me how saying remove white men from power is racist?
Yeah, because it would be prejudiced against them based on their skin color.
It's not. No.
How?
What is prejudice?
When you say remove
sure,
white
hold
men
on, stop
from
for a
power,
second.
what
Stop
does
for a
that
second.
mean?
Right there. What does prejudice mean?
Yeah, prejudice would be having like I would just say a dislike towards someone because of
That's not
like, their skin
prejudice.
color.
No, it's not.
Oh, then what is
There's
prejudice?
a necessary condition to prejudice.
Which is what?
Look it up.
Well, I'm asking you, which is what? You're the one that's positing it. Which is what? What is it?
Yeah, it has to be something without any type of historical reference and without any type of prior history knowledge or things along those lines. So in order to be prejudiced, you have to make the assumption or the assertion based off of no prior history or knowledge.
Yeah. So if like a white man is going to be in power who has no history of being racist whatsoever, what would be like the what would be the motivation for removing them from power?
Good question, Bub. So my reason for actually saying that we need to remove white men from power is due to the 250-year history of our country. The fact that 90% of all power has been coalesced between white men, no matter if you talk about House, Congress, or Senate. 90% has been men. And while white men has passed legislation that at times has benefited everyone, a lot of the times they've been willing to pass legislation that has marginalized and harmed anyone that is not a white man. And so if you take a look at the actual history of our country, no matter if it's a Democrat, Republican, Independent, white men specifically are the reason why we are currently in the position we are today with this war with Iran, and also facing the existential crisis that we are, which is the collapse of our country. I base that off of two things. Number one, the fact that most nations only average about a 250-year lifespan. And number two, and when we're actually entering 250 year this year for us. And number two, the United States of America is following the exact same course, doing the exact same thing as the last five global superpowers that had the centralized currency for the world. So in order to ensure that we do not go off of that cliff, then we have to remove that common denominator, which has been the group that has held the power throughout the history of our country, i.e. white men. Oh, it's not based off of them just being white men. It's based off of them being the people in power for 250 years.
Okay, so let's take this back a couple steps. You said that the common denominator would be white men, right? Do you have any evidence that if we were to remove all white men from office, that anything would change within our government? Do you have any evidence to prove that?
Yeah, the basis that I have is the actual the fact that when removing white men, or I'm sorry, removing men from leadership as a whole, women perform better in leadership. Actually, there was a new study that was just completed this month by Forbes that shows the increase when it comes to women CEOs versus men CEOs. But then also multiple studies that talk about the what happens when you include DEIA, which is removing those biases, and it removes the common system where white men are able to gain access to power and position just based off them being white. But then when the actual procedures as far as removing those biases take place, then it creates not only a better work environment, but companies are more profitable. And so under those two premises, that's why I believe that removing white men would not only be beneficial, but it's the only plausible thing to do, because it's the only actual.
Wait, only.
It's the only actual. Hold on, what's the word I'm looking for? The only actual. I don't want to say. Wait. The only actual thing that can be done that would change course as far as where we're heading.
Okay, yeah. Under what normative theory does this fall under?
Again, I'm not debate broing you. I'm doing this shit off of real life. I don't have a fucking normative theory. I don't have it. No. I don't have a fucking normative theory. No, I don't have a normative. No, it's fucking information. Address what I said. I told you I'm not going to debate bro you. You're running from this entire shit. Tell me, no. Hey, answer the question. Tell me why removing white men from power is racist.
Yeah, I already told you, because
you
under
didn't.
Kant's view of like because under Kant's view, Do you want me to prescribe it to you again?
No, I want you.
Do it.
Okay, you know what? Fine. Hold on. This is what I want you to do. It's fine. Explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old. Tell me why it would be racist.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I take racism to be like a universal, like negative property.
What does that mean? What's a universal negative property?
Yeah, meaning it can apply to every single person, regardless of how like you perceive a negative connotation to be.
What do you mean perceive a negative connotation?
Yeah, it means to like how you think how you think something would be negative, right? That's what a negative connotation.
Why would you think something is negative? What do you mean?
Yeah, the reason you would think something could have like a negative connotation could be because of
so you mean
history,
it's how I feel about stuff?
Doesn't entail necessity.
What do you mean
does not doesn't entail necessity?
What does that mean? Entail necessity? I don't understand it.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that there's going to be like it doesn't mean that it's necessary or that it can't be another way, right? Obviously, it can be another way.
Oh, okay. So what would be the other way?
Yeah, meaning what? Yeah, meaning
what would be the other way?
Meaning that contingency, right?
Yeah, so
meaning it could be another way.
Sure, but what would be the other way?
What do you? Yeah, this question makes zero sense.
No, you make zero sense because again, this is why you're struggling. This is why you're struggling.
If I'm telling,
shh, it's okay. It's okay. I got you. Shh. I'm gonna explain it to you. Shh. Stop. I got you. This is why you're struggling. You're struggling because you came in here and you were like, I'm gonna feel bro. And my topics aren't about feel broing. It's about the real world, and then it's about applying what we know to the real world. And if you can't you can't actually have a conversation, stop coming off mute. I'm speaking. That's me. It's literally me, the host muting you. Stop coming off mute. If you can't have a conversation in the real world, just because you think that this is all a game, then you're in the wrong place. If you can't engage with reality and actually tell me why it's racist, then you are too short to ride this ride. You don't get to play. Like, I'm so serious. I don't give a fuck about you being a Phil bro. You can go find someone else. There's plenty of people that want to Phil bro. I'm not one. Like, you can either engage or not. I don't give a fuck, but I'm not going to Phil bro with you. I don't care about normative properties. I think that shit is so boring. Find someone else to do that with.
Wait, so you don't care about how society should be ran?
I don't give a fuck
You're
about
making
you.
an ethical claim.
No, listen, I don't give a fuck about you trying to be a Phil bro. Go practice that shit somewhere else. It's weird.
Listen,
Shut up. I want you to actually debate. Listen, stop. I want you to actually debate the topic and do it without saying, well, actually, you created a normative claim. That's a misnomer because it's a fallacy. I don't give a fuck about that. This is real world. This is real life. I'm talking about real fucking life. Lock the fuck in, bub.
So wait. So saying how society should be ran, right? Because that's essentially what a normative. Like, I'm not trying to filibert you. I'm just trying to like inform you.
I just want you to engage with the fucking point. I don't care. I don't care. Engage with the point.
I'm engaging with you, and I'm describing it to you. I'm telling you how it's racist.
I don't want you to.
You're not engaging.
Then directly engage with it. Tell me. Say it like I'm 5. Tell me how it's racist.
Because racism is a negative universal. Right.
You still can't do it. You still can't do it. Holy
I told you. I told you it's a negative universal.
Stop saying what's a negative universal?
Meaning
why can't you explain? Wait, hold on. Why can't you explain?
Law.
Why can't you explain racism? Do you know racism is actually real, right?
Yeah, I understand racism.
Okay,
is
so
actually real.
if you know racism is actually real, why can't you explain racism without doing it in a sense of like Phil bro? Like, why can't you actually? I can actually explain to you what racism is and how it actually exists in society today. How does racism function within society today?
How does racism function within society today?
Yes.
It would just be prejudice.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It would be prejudice or discrimination. Like what?
No, No.
Wait, then wait, how does it function in society then?
It functions in society to actually continue to marginalize anyone that's not white.
Wait, it has to be a marginalized group in order to experience racism?
Yes.
Wait, yeah, how how is that going to be?
Do you know what redlining is?
Yeah, I know what redlining is.
Okay.
I agree that systemic racism
has
existed.
Perfect. So you know,
I grant
perfect. So you know
point.
what redlining is. Perfect.
I grant your entire point.
Tell me this: are white people negatively impacted by redlining? Hey, Shan, thank you so much for the diamond tree. Okay, so white people can't be okay. Perfect. Have you ever heard of the veil of darkness test?
No, I've never heard of the
the Veil of Darkness study. The Veil of Darkness study was a study that was completed where over 9 million traffic violations were examined across the country. And it showed that during the day, Black people were disproportionately pulled over for traffic violations. But then at night, it equaled out to where Black people and white people were equally pulled over by police due to traffic violations. The study actually showed what was called the Veil of Darkness, meaning at nighttime where police officers could not see that the driver was Black, they stopped people based off of traffic infringements versus during the day where they actually stop people based off of their race. Like specifically, that is white privilege, meaning, you know, you as a white person wouldn't actually have to be stopped because, you know, you weren't. Can I finish my sentence?
No, I mean, yeah, you can go ahead and finish it, but I just want you to understand. I go ahead and grant that systemic racism still exists.
I don't care about that. You don't have to grant anything. I'm sitting here to tell me how white people are affected by racism.
What are you talking? If I'm granting this,
tell me how white people. Tell me how white people are affected by racism.
Yes, because I take it to be that it could either be prejudice, discrimination, or
tell
antagonism.
Me how white people. I don't want definitions. No,
getting there.
I don't need a definition. Just tell me specifically how white people are affected by racism.
Yeah, Black people could be racist towards white people, or they could.
Tell me how white people are affected by racism.
I just answered it. They could have worse mental health problems. They could be excluded from certain things, certain activities. They could be excluded.
Give me specific information. You see how I gave you, like, I was literally going through specific information.
Hold up,
give me a specific study that cites that this is one way that white people. Yes, I was giving you multiple specific studies, but you decided to interrupt me. So now I want you to give me the studies. Give me the studies showing that white people were actually negatively impacted by racism. Give me something.
I said it could negatively.
I don't care about could. We can talk about
it. Does right?
I don't care about
racism.
Hey, stop! I don't care about a possibility. I'm telling you about real world shit. Like my two things that I had started talking about were actual things that have happened. I don't care.
Santana.
No, I don't care about possibility. Stop. Just listen. Maybe we can get this back on track. I'm trying to tell you specifically what I need from you.
Listen, no, I
understand. No.
You don't.
No, just stop.
If it's the case,
I don't care. Stop trying to fucking Philbro me. It doesn't work.
I'm not trying to Philbro you.
Stop it. I want you to give me
grounding for your claim.
I want you to give me a
real normative theory.
I want you. As he's saying, he's not trying to Philbro me. He's trying to sneak in Philbro terminology in the middle of me muting him. You're a fucking dweeb. Now, the point that I am trying to get to is I'm telling you about two real life things that are the way that Black people are impacted by racism. I'm willing to accept white people being impacted by racism if you can prove it. And the way that you prove it is by giving me any type of tangible evidence showing that white people have been impacted by racism.
Okay, so I have a clarifying question. When you say tangible evidence, what does that mean?
It means like me just telling you about redlining, which I didn't even get to finish going into that. It's me telling you about the Veil of Darkness study, which I didn't even get to finish that. I was going to go more so telling you about pulse oximeters. I was going to tell you about the infant mortality rate, Black women. Like there's so many other things that are real world examples of actual racism that we can talk about. I don't have to make shit up. So I don't want you to make things up. I want you to give me a real world example.
So when you say real world example, do you just mean that it has to be like empirically verified?
Yes.
Okay, so why would that be the only way I can prove a real world example?
Because everything else is the fifis in your tum-tum, and I don't give a shit. If you're sitting here saying that this actually happens, and I'm saying that it actually happens,
that makes no sense.
no, I'm explaining to you. If you're saying that it happens, and I'm saying that it happens, but I can give you the actual proof of it happening, I don't want you to make up an example. I want you to prove that it's happening. It should, if it's happened, it should be documented, right?
Yeah. So
okay. So give me your proof.
When you say documentation,
don't worry. No, like no more
documentation-
question. Go ahead and get your stuff. I'm going to say thank you to a couple
Wait,
of
hold up.
people.
No, I'm asking-
No. Go get the examples. I'm going to say thank you to a couple of people.
Wait, hold up. I'm
No
asking
more
clarifying
question.
questions.
No. Go get me a study.
why
Just
can I-
listen. No. Go get me a study or any type of verifiable proof that white people have been victims of racism. Go find that. I'm going to say thank you to a couple of people. W's in the chat for Connery.
When you say verifiable
Do you
proof-
understand what I mean when I say I'm going to say thank you to a couple of people? Listen, I'm putting you on mute. I'm putting you on mute. If you come off mute again, no, listen to me. If you come off mute again, I'm taking it as a concession and I'm just going to kick you. If you come off mute before I finish saying thank you, I'm taking it as a concession and I'm just going to kick you. W's in the chat for Connie for the $5 donation. Thank you so much for the $5. Connie saying thank you for doing all that you do and speaking the truth. Connie, I adore you. Thank you so much for that $5. W's in the chat for Jessica for the $5 donation saying, can we do a chat workshop to see what censors in your live? Oh, sure. You know what? I was wondering why I saw that. Yeah. They've already done that. W's in the chat though. Thank you for the $5. W's in the chat for Fasi for the $9 donation saying, hey Santana, random question for curiosity. Have you ever tried international food like naan bread, chicken curry, Baran and Tador kebab? If not, I was gonna get you with Parker and Dean some if I ever cross paths. Yeah, I eat international food all the time. My wife is Ethiopian, and so she has opened me up to all types of international cuisine. I love cheese naan. I love chicken tikka masala. I love Mediterranean food, all kind of international food for sure. W's in the chat. Thank you so much. My favorite is Ethiopian food though. Ethiopian food is peak. W's in the chat for Nisi or Nessa, who sent a $10 donation saying this guest is so insufferable. Like usual, you cook the shit out of him, twin. You know how we do. You have so much patience, and I could never muster up dealing with these people. Like it's such a crazy talking point. And it's weird that he's sticking to it, but whatever. W's in the chat for Heather for the $5 donation saying, F the Phil bros. I know that's right. W's in the chat for Jasmine for the $15 donation saying, what's Phil bro? Oh, what's Phil bro? Oh, philosophy. They want to only deal with philosophy. They specifically look for debates and they try to talk about like, normative and all this other bullshit. I don't do that. I debate real world things. I don't care about like paradox or hypotheticals and all this other stuff. Like the world's on fire and we can talk about that. And W's in the chat for Heather. Fucking W's in the chat for Heather for the $50 donation. Heather, that makes me so proud that you say that. W's in the chat for Heather. Holy shit. Thank you, Heather. That makes me extremely proud, and I'm super happy to hear that. W's in the chat for Heather for that $50 dono. Also, W's in the chat for Eugene for the $1.99 donation saying, good evening, Santana. Hope the debates go well. They are something. W's in the chat. Thank you so much for that. Guys, if anyone else would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. If you're over on the YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. Keep tapping the screen, guys. 1.8 thousand people hanging out. If you look up at the top and you see the word follow, you're not following me. Hit that follow button. Hit that follow button. We're on our way to 200,000 followers. Please, please, please hit that follow button. Turn on notifications. Fucking W's in the chat for Wendy. Wendy sent a $50 YouTube super chat and just sent the love. Holy shit. W's in the chat for Wendy. Also, W's in the chat for Belazora. for the $3 donation, saying guess saying that white people can experience this and suffer from racism is literally the equivalent to saying that white people were affected and suffered by the Emancipation Proclamation. That's true. That's true. W's in the chat. All right. All right. So do you have that proof that white people have experienced racism?
Yeah, it's going to be the Pew Research Center, and it's going to say that white people are 51% of
What's
white
the
people
title?
that have taken the study. Yeah, it'll say personal experiences with discrimination.
Okay.
Based off
Wait. So you're telling me that your source of white people experiencing racism is the actual survey completed by Pew Research saying, do you feel like you personally experienced racism?
Yeah, it's going to be interpersonal racism. It's going to be anecdotal. What's going to be the problem here?
Yeah, interpersonal and anecdotal. Like, no, I don't accept it. No, find something better.
Why not? Why not?
Because I didn't have to give you any quote unquote interpersonal or anecdotal. I gave you actual things that have happened.
Isn't racism interpersonal?
No.
Okay, so then
you don't have to. You and me, like, racism exists without you participating in it, bub. Like, you don't have to actively be racist for racism to exist. It's a fucking system. I don't care about quote unquote interpersonal. No, you're wrong.
Racism is a system?
Yes. You don't know shit. I'm telling you, like, you don't know what you're talking about.
I don't take racism to be a system.
I don't care how you take it. I'm telling you what it is.
Okay, how is it going to be a system? That's only like a bidirectional property.
I don't care what you take it to be. I'm telling you what it is.
I'm explaining something to you, Santana.
No. You can't explain racism because
stuff, right?
I don't give a fuck about the philosophy stuff. I'm telling you how racism exists in our society.
You don't know what bidirectional means.
Listen.
What does bidirectional mean, Santana?
What happens with medical racism?
Does bidirectional mean?
What happens with medical racism when it comes to Black women and having babies?
Yeah, the infant death rate or mortality rate would be higher.
Not just for the infants, but for women as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you think that is on an individual level, or is that whole for the entire system of medicine?
I said systematic racism is real, but I don't think that's the only form of racism that people can experience.
Yeah, again, I don't care about quote unquote interpersonal, because the point being is the actual, because tell me what type of substantial effects, because when you talk about the racism that I'm speaking on, we're talking about people actually losing their lives. When you talk about redlining, you talk about financial implications that have been stripped away from people. You're talking about people and their hurt feelings. I don't give a fuck about hurt feelings, because you know why? If someone calling Black people the N-word was the extent of racism, then we would take that all day, every day, twice on Sunday. If racism was only you calling us the N-word, we'd take it. How about that? If that was all racism was, like, that's why it's so stupid that you're sitting here saying that. We don't give a shit about you saying. That's why when people come up here and call me the N-word, I don't freak out, because it means fuck all, because that's not racism. That's just people trying to think that, oh, I'm saying the N-word, and so now Black people are gonna melt. That doesn't work that fucking way.
Mm-hmm. So I think your descriptor of racism is inherently flawed, because you're conflating systemic racism. Hold up. I'll explain to you. I'll explain it to you.
No. Fuck that Phil bro shit. Do it somewhere else. I don't care. I've given you time up here to give me real world examples, and the only thing that you want to do is talk about the definitions of the shit. Like, this is so stupid. You can't even have a real world conversation. You said let them talk. How about you come up here and talk? I sent you a request. You come up here and talk. Like, no, I said from the jump, I don't do Phil Bros. I don't give a fuck about Phil Bros. Why would I? Now you come up here and talk then. The biggest issue that I have with Phil Bros is they always want to debate shit that has nothing to do with them. They always want to debate the lived experiences and the things that are harming marginalized communities like it's a fucking sport. It's always a sport, and I refuse to engage in that. That's why they don't actually talk about real world things. That's why they always want to debate these issues that don't actually impact them. And I refuse to sit here and debate with someone that they think it's a fucking game. That's why I said, like, I can give you real world examples of things that are happening, but they don't want to talk about the real world examples. They don't want to talk about the actual reality. That's why they love hypotheticals. They love hypotheticals because they don't want to deal with reality. Fuck out of here. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Jeff, I was Did you just get here?
Nah, I've been here. Let me tell you why I didn't request. And this is something I noticed recently, and this goes out to all of y'all. You had that, right? This is the thing. Sometimes, and you hit the nail on the head. Sometimes we talk about some real world shit, and somebody wants to bring the conversation to Narnia, and that distracts from what the shit we're talking about. So sometimes I'll engage in the Phil Bro foolishness, but in a conversation about us, our people dying in mass, we're not having it, right?
Bro, I literally I said, explain it to me like I'm 5, and he couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Couldn't get there.
I want to explain why it is. This is a perfect example of why Phil Bros deal in notebooks and not in real world. Now, if you look in a field like sociology, systems are considered theoretically bidirectional. But when you look in the real world, they would be something that's known as functionally hierarchical. I'm not going to go too far into detail with that, right? But y'all can look that up. This is an opportunity for everybody to go onto the Googles and understand that when you write stuff on paper, systems, for example, like an economy, we would say, hey, that system is bidirectional. Money goes one way, money goes the other way, products go back and forth. The signal goes in all sorts of ways. But when we look at what happens in practice, it's not that. It becomes a hierarchy. Okay? So let's stop doing this in notebooks when we have real world shit going on. We got way too many problems on the planet for people to be like in a simulation playing Sims 4. No strays intended for anybody who plays Sims 4. And thinking that that's real work. It's not. It's really not. The philosophy stuff is really good for understanding how these systems have interplay, but sometimes you got to open the front door, open the window, look outside into the world and be like, oh shit, there's a planet we're standing on. It's moving and stuff is flying by my head. Oh my God, that's crazy. So that's all I wanted to say.
I appreciate it, bro. My whole thing was, it's like, I told him I'm willing to accept your entire premise if you can just give me anything substantial. And the best that he could do was the Pew research that relied on personal experience as far as people determining that they were discriminated against due to racism. That was the best he had. So
yeah. Fifi's and the tum-tums.
Fifi's and the tum-tum. I appreciate you, bro.
And for all the rest of you Phil Bros, shut up, dweeb. All right.
Fucking dweeb. All right. I appreciate you.
Peace out, bro.
Yep. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. If you like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links, and Linktree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. If you're on YouTube, you can send a super chat, and I will read that out. Also, guys, keep tapping the screen. We're almost up to 300 new followers on the stream. Make sure that you look up at the top. You see the word follow. If you're not following, hit that follow button. We're on our way to 200,000 followers. On the way to 200,000 followers, go ahead and do so. You said Pure Research is Fifi. It's not. It's Pew, not Pure. It's Pew Research is not, and that's not why we said it's Fifi's. It's because of what it was based off of. The actual survey was based off of whether people felt like they had been racially discriminated against, not any type of substantial information. That's the thing. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Hi.
Santana, what's up?
Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
I came up here. I wanted to get more like information than a debate. I wanted to like get your opinion about some stuff.
No, I'm good. I appreciate you. I'm looking for some debates. Guys, only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We are only looking for some debates. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background? Hi, Angie, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? Okay. I'm going to assume you didn't mean to request up. Brendan, I appreciate it. You can drop a comment in the chat. I read the chat all the time. If it's super important, you can get it to the mods, or if it's something that you want answered for sure, any direct questions or comments, you can, send a donation, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links and link tree in the bio. I'll read it out. If you're over on YouTube, I'll send a super chat. But I am looking for some debates. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
You talking to me, my darling?
Yes.
I'm Kathy. I'm actually from Canada, and I'm not a Trump supporter.
Okay. I have
a question for. I'm curious because to me it's ambiguous. When you say remove U.S. global presence, what do you mean? Because even though I'm upset with your country, the outside world still thinks there's a place for you in this world.
I do too. It's just I'll tell you this, it's not about being isolationist. It's something else. But hang tight. If someone comes up, you'll hear the point. I promise you it's not what you think. But I'll go ahead and get you out of here.
Thank you,
guys.
sweetheart.
Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. If you're friendly, keep tapping the screen. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 50,000 likes. Hi, Rocky. Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background? Rocky, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? All right, I'm going to drop you down. Hi, Tori. Are you a... Tori hasn't finished loading yet. Hi, Tori. Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background?
Okay. Can you hear me now?
You're kind of cutting out.
I'm not sure why.
Okay. Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
Honestly, at this point, no, I'm not a Trump supporter, but I do disagree with two things on the background. But the main thing is the cut the military budget. I disagree with that.
Okay. Why so?
So I think that puts the American people at a disadvantage by decreasing that budget. I personally believe that we should invest the funds that we are like offensively, like all the jets and all that stuff we're building. We should invest that in defense, like the same thing that basically Iran has been doing, that we have pretty much got ourselves involved in, that we shouldn't have, but we should be doing that. We should use
You have
money.
like a really bad like squeaking echo type sound. Are you near like a speaker or like something that's causing like feedback?
Okay, is that better?
No? It sounds a little better, but go ahead. Keep speaking first.
Okay. Well, yeah, I just basically, I don't think we should decrease the budget or cut the military budget because there's a lot of things that, well, we depend on our military to protect us and protect this country. So I just think that we should just focus more on that and not on these external wars and stuff. The money is like, yeah, that's what I believe. So.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're not far off from what I'm saying. When I say cut the military budget, I think that we need to not only cut the budget, but we need to reallocate the funds to ensure that we're doing things that is beneficial for everyday Americans, like universal health care and public option for free college. Then also do things like complete audits on the Pentagon, on the DOD, and ensure that there isn't a ton of wasteful spending, because there's billions of dollars given out for like government contracts that go nowhere. There's also wasteful spending within, the Army, the military. I love to cite Pete Hegseth spending $93 billion in September on crab legs, steak, lobster, ice cream machine, Apple products, all of these other things. I think that taking a defensive posture is beneficial for the country. We can work on strengthening our allyships, and then also reducing the military industrial complex that has plagued our country since World War II. So that's what I mean when I say cut the military budget, using that money to ensure that like our soldiers are paid better, our veterans are taken care of, and all of those things that would help benefit all Americans in and out of service.
Okay, so I don't think you realize. Well, okay, now I'm going to word it like that. So when the military, like I feel like the military budget is something completely different than like healthcare or anything like that. So I think that looking for fraud within the government as a whole is good, and that we should continue to do that with the Pentagon being audited and stuff like that. And I feel like that money that we find like that with the politicians, laundering money or, making up fake projects, global projects that don't exist and stuff like that to steal the American taxpayer dollars, that money should go to healthcare and to fixing the roads and transportation.
That's what I'm talking about. That money is being hidden.
But not the military budget.
That money's literally being hidden in the military budget.
Some of it, yeah.
A lot of it.
They should be audited. But no, I just don't think it should be cut, though. If they're going to be audited and we find the money, then the money should stay in the military and focus on our defenses. You mentioned the veterans getting health care. A lot of them who are on the streets getting housing. It should stay to help them. Like people join the military, they risk their lives.
The point that I'm making is the current military budget is $1 trillion. Donald Trump is pushing for $1.5 trillion in 2027. And not only is he pushing for $1.5 trillion in 2027, the places that they're looking to actually cut the money from is so wide ranging across the board that it has we're going to be taking losses in multiple of places, right? I don't know if you saw this, but currently they're looking to take $510 million away from grants for farmers and agriculture, $82 million away for loans for rural small businesses, $61 million away for support for farmers and food markets, $240 million away from school meals and food education for children, $659 million away from community building grants, $47 million away from support for minority-owned businesses, $449 away from economic development grants for communities, $1.6 billion away from weather forecasting, fisheries, and coastal protection, NOAA, $993 from science, research, and technology standards, $150 million from support for American exports and trades, $2.2 billion from broadband and internet access programs, $8.5 billion from funding for public schools, $1.5 billion for vocational training and adults in education, $2.7 billion from college access and higher education support, $15.2 billion away from roads, bridges, and infrastructure projects, $1.1 billion away from home energy efficiency and clean energy programs, $1.1 billion away from science research funding $386 million away from environmental cleanup programs, $150 million away from cutting edge clean energy, $4 billion away from helping pay home, heating, and low bills for low income families, $768 million away from refugee resettlement assistance. And I got 2 more pages just as long as the page that I just read off. So like when you talk about the money, that's where they're going to be cutting all the money that I just talked about. Yes, to add to the military budget. The point that I'm making is that you're sitting here saying that when cutting those actual funds, we should keep it in the military. I'm telling you, they're literally, in order for them to do what they've been doing from the military, they've been taking money away from the American people and putting it into the military budget, and then wasting it and spending it on doing things like enriching Elon Musk with Tesla and Starlink and Neuralink and all this other stuff. That's the
military
point.
robots. Yeah, I've seen that. AI robot.
They're pumping money back into the pockets of politicians. Did you know that Boeing is the largest the lobbyist for our military, or for the DoD?
Boeing, the company, the airplane company, right?
Yes, and then they turn around and give Boeing all type of government contracts. Like it's all funneling money back and forth.
It's all I know it's corrupt. It's corrupt for sure. That's why I do agree that they should be audited, and we should figure out where this money is coming, like where it is being spent and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I don't necessarily agree with adding money to the military. We should definitely, the military budget is good as it is. We just need to use the money, but we need leadership that's going to know, that actually listens to the people and doesn't actually want to go to war or do stuff like that. Our money the military budget shouldn't be spent on war. It should be spent on protecting America.
You don't need $1 trillion to do that. That's the point.
Right. I mean,
question for you. Did you serve?
You're right. Because we spend all the money on bombs, missiles, all that, building all that. That's what I'm saying.
Wait, so the question, did you serve?
No, I haven't served.
Okay. All right.
But
sorry.
my dad did. My dad served.
Okay. No, I was just asking. Go ahead. For someone said, hold on. Someone said the new budget is wild work. I'm telling you, I'm not bullshitting. That was the first page, and I have 2 more pages that's just as long as that. I read everything that was on the first page. There's 2 more pages just as long as that. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and I know that the government has been mismanaging our tax dollars across the board, not just in the military. It's just every department, the presidency, the judges, all that. So it's really the system as a whole that's really messed up. But just given the fact that we do have a strong military power so far, with the people we do have enlisted, I think we do need to take care of them and make sure that we have enough security here in America so that our military can protect us, even though I know right now it's kind of everything's kind of up in the air when it comes to Iran, because it's America got into what Israel is really the one that really should be, the front of this, but America's in front of it now for some reason, because it's just, I don't know. I think it's
because
more
Donald Trump was too weak to tell Bibi Netanyahu no.
Yeah. Yep. And then Trump lost me as a supporter because of this. I really had hope for his presidency, given the fact that he was getting money from tariffs, and we were
that's not how tariffs work. How were we getting money from tariffs?
Well, the government was.
They were getting our money. Deals. They were getting our money from tariffs.
The corporations are getting our money, but the government was getting money from other countries.
They were still getting money from me and you. No, the government wasn't getting money from other countries for tariffs. They were getting our money, me and you. We paid the tariffs.
The tax on the goods, the government wasn't getting that?
From us, yes. Not from other countries.
And at the end of the line, we were paying for it. But the whole point of tariffs is for us to have revenue as a country when it comes to trade.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Who told you that?
What's the point of tariffs? What's the point of tariffs?
Wait, who told you that?
That's something I learned.
Where'd you learn that?
Yes. Economics.
What you took an economics course that told you the point of tariffs is for us to get revenue from
When we
trade.
talked about international trade, about that part of the class.
Whoever taught you that taught you wrong.
Well, it was a professor, so
What was this in undergrad?
yeah.
Okay.
We'll dual credit.
Did you finish your undergrad degree?
Yes, I did.
Or what was your undergrad major?
Okay, so I have a long line, but basically I graduated with business administration.
Cool.
But I went to school for nursing. I did my dual credit. I got an associate's degree in high school. So it was like I did a lot, like basically.
Cool. So my undergrad is in marketing with a minor in economics. My first MBA was in management, and I have a minor in accounting. And my second MBA is in supply chain management and logistics. I'm telling you, whoever told you that was just absolutely wrong.
So what's your interpretation of tariffs?
Tariffs are a tool. That's literally, it's a tool used for leverage, and it's a tool used for leverage when it comes to trade negotiations, yes, but more importantly, it's an economic tool set for global stage. The way that actual tariffs are supposed to work or have been used in the history of our country where it's successful is things like what happened under the Biden-Harris administration when Joe Biden actually used tariffs to slow down the import of Japanese EVs in order to bolster the EV sector within our country, right? It has to be used in a specific way, in a specific function for a short term in order to yield a positive effect or to bring people to negotiation. Yeah, it has to be used for an actual targeted point. It can't just be used for like random stuff. But it's not just something that's going to just create. It's not something that they use just to create revenue for international trade. Like that's horrible.
Okay, yeah, maybe it actually I would say it boosts our American economy, not necessarily in revenue, but in the fact that we do have like manufacturers will come back to America. Like the whole point of the tariff was
that's not true either.
Like you said, what?
That's not true. Like, name one company that's come back to the U.S.
That was the wrong word.
No. Name one company that came back to the U.S. with the actual tariffs that have been placed by Trump.
Tesla is one of them.
Tesla's American-based company.
They started building more. The whole point of tariffs is basically like so that American companies don't feel like they have to leave America and build factories in another country to sell.
No, it's not. The whole point of tariffs is literally a tool for negotiation, and it depends on what negotiation you're doing.
Negotiating with foreign companies, yeah.
No, not for companies. You can use that as countries. We put tariffs on other countries as well instead of like sanctions. It depends on the actual reason you're using it.
Okay. Yeah, sanctions are okay. I guess sanctions are more government-wise. Tariffs has to do with businesses. So
no, tariffs are government-wise as well. It's just tariffs and sanctions are different, but both of them are tools.
Yes, but I would say that tariffs are more closely aligned with business deals and companies and corporations.
No, tariffs are only aligned with economics policies because it has to do directly with imports of goods.
Between businesses, correct?
Yeah, but it directly deals with imports of goods. Sanctions are more long-term and larger sweeping.
Who is it between?
Yeah, I mean, from different business sectors into different businesses within the U.S. Yes, I'm not saying that. I'm saying no. I don't think you understand what I'm saying. I'm saying that the tariffs are specifically between those actual companies in order for negotiations, but they can be placed on countries depending on the actual sector, or if you're trying to get someone to a negotiation table. Just for example, right? There were tariffs placed on goods coming from Russia when they were trying to get Russia to the table to negotiate with the war in Ukraine. And then the tariffs weren't as effective. That's why they went towards sanctions. So like it depends on, it's just another tool. That's the big thing that I keep trying to get across for you. It's a tool depending on what you're trying to do.
Yeah, it's a trading tool. You're right. So basically, how do we even get onto tariffs when we're talking about?
Because you said Trump actually boosted the economy with tariffs.
Well, it was a way, yeah. It was a tool that he was using to boost the economy and to bring jobs back to American soil.
Right, but it didn't bring jobs back to America.
Well, it didn't really get a chance to get off the ground. It's only been a year, and now we're in a war. So it's like, of course, it didn't work now because
no, it didn't work because Donald Trump didn't know what a tariff was.
No, it was working. It was working.
It wasn't.
The countries that were still wanted to do business with America, they were paying their fair share.
No,
just like
no,
we
they
were.
didn't. They made commitments.
Okay.
What's the difference
So
between
you
a
saying
commitment
they never
and
actually paid? Is that what you're saying?
correct?
Oh,
They
see,
just kept making. They kept making
that.
up money. Like Donald Trump. What Donald Trump likes to make up these large, grand numbers. Like he quoted certain
Yeah,
countries
I
that were
agree with
giving up like over half of their entire GDP. Like the shit they were saying didn't even make sense. Even so, Donald Trump had like all the billionaires at the White House, and Mark Zuckerberg was caught on a hot mic because Trump was talking. It was like, Mark, how much is Meta being investing into the U.S. economy and blah blah. He was like, oh, 280 billion or something. I can't even remember what the number was. And then he was later caught on a hot mic telling Trump, he's like, hey, was that number good? I didn't know what number you wanted me to say, so I just said a high number. And he was like, yeah, that's good. Like that.
But they all lie. I agree. Look, I don't trust not one politician in office. That's why it's really not too much on this list that I necessarily disagree with. I did have a question about, well, other than in the remove U.S. global presence, I do think that we should still communicate with other countries, of course, and have allies. But when it comes to, in the U.S., I don't think we need to get along with everybody or involve ourselves in everybody else's, disagreements within the government. But what I want to say is that I do still think that we should be a part of the world stage and a part of like the global impact, because America is a big powerhouse that nobody can just say, oh, we're not going to trade with America. Oh, we're not going to visit America. We have too many immigrants, too many visa people coming to America for us to feel like, oh, we have to remove ourselves from the other countries when there's so many people. There's so many people from other countries here, benefiting off being in America.
Yeah, that's not what I mean by remove global presence. But give me a second.
Okay,
Let me thank a
mean?
couple of people and I'll explain it to you. W's in chat for Joe for the $4 donation, saying, I don't know why little whiny white boys feel so victimized in society where 90% of our elected representatives are white Christian men. The only reason life sucks is because of 50 years of billionaire class systematically gutting the rest of society for their own pockets. Big facts, Joe. Big facts, Joe. W's in chat for Joe. W's in chat for FIC, who sends a $1 donation saying, sounds good. Thank you for sharing. Absolutely. Thank you. W's in the chat for Alec. Alec, holy shit, send a $20 donation saying, thank you for being great. Please stop listening to Joe and no hate. But I do have, okay. You don't have to join. But I do have a question. Why all the wars started after 1940 considered wars? Like Vietnam War is just an example. You said, why are all the wars started after 1940 considered wars? I'm assuming that you're saying they are, but they aren't. Like there's a loophole that they've tried to circumvent as far as the official declaration of war that would define it as a war, but we know what a war is. Like they've tried, that's the reason they tried to do that, Alec. W's in the chat for I think it's I'm just gonna call you I'm just gonna call you Amara. Amara, thank you so much for the $30 donation. Holy shit. Thank you so much for the 30, Amara. So as a black woman, if some stupid ass bro tries to tell me my definition of racism was wrong, they get punched in the fucking throat. God damn. Amara said if some oh wait, hold on, I gotta read this again. If some stupid ass Phil bro tries to tell me my definition of racism was wrong, they're getting punched in the fucking throat. I know that's right. Omar, thank you so much for the $30 donation. W's in chat for Daniel for the $1 donation saying MAGA doesn't realize how much money a billion truly is. People say is money and time. Now, if it's $1, it's a second, then 1 million is 11.5 days. 1 billion seconds is 31.7 years. 1 trillion is 31,709 years. Money is there, folks. Congrats on 100K. Thank you, and I love your work. I appreciate you. W's in the chat for Curtis for the $25 donation and for keeping up the great work that you do. Thank you so much, Curtis. You are fucking awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really quickly over on YouTube, W's in the chat for Thick Frog, who sent a $9.99 super chat to say, researcher doll study, it infuriates the, it influenced the Supreme Court decision in the Brown versus Board case. Experts was conducted on, or an experiment was conducted on Black children ranging from the age of 3 to 7 years old in 1940. Yeah, I've seen the doll study test. W's in the chat for Peter for the $9.99 super chat to say the problem is your racism. Wait, the problem is your racism is when Black people want access to white resources and spaces and being refused. Whites don't make demands like Blacks do, so the racism is only ever one-sided. Wait, what? The problem is your racism is when Blacks. Oh, I get what you're saying. They were saying that's when they think that it's race. Got it. W's in the chat. W's in the chat. Got it. And holy fuck. And W's in the chat for BC 3713. Holy shit, BC 1713 for the $100 YouTube super chat. Guys, I want to see a million fucking W's for the $100 YouTube super chat. Say, can you remind her that we spend more money on our military loan than something like the next 18? Our military budget is larger than the next 14 military budgets combined. So if you look at the top 15, most of which is allies, absolutely. 11 are allies, in which 1 is friendly with. So 12 of the next top 14 we are at least friendly with, absolutely. All of those allies can pay for education, healthcare, public housing for their citizens. People go bankrupt for medical care here. Big facts. W's in the chat for BC for the $100 YouTube super chat and for dropping the actual knowledge. Massive W. Thank you all, guys. If anyone else like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Pay links and link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. Guys, keep tapping the screen. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 600,000 likes. Also, look up at the top. You see the word follow. You're not following me. Hit that follow button. We're on our way to 200,000 followers. We just crossed 100,000 followers. We're almost at a 300 new followers on this stream. So please hit that follow button, turn on notifications so you know when I go live. All right, sorry about that, Tori. Thank you so much for being patient. So you said that you remove global presence. What that speaks to is the fact that the United States doesn't need to be the most overwhelming force in every single country. I believe in our allyship. I believe in our alliances. Currently, we have anywhere from 750 to 800 military bases worldwide. And so the point that I'm getting to is that in order to sustain that type of dominating presence, then it takes us feeding more money into the military, i.e. the increase in the military budget, more people into our military, including like things that we've done where now from 18 to 25, you're auto-enrolled into selective service. They extended the return offer for people who got kicked out in the military for COVID, and they also raised the enlistment age from 34 to 42. And so all of those things speak to the fact that we don't need an overwhelming presence. I believe we should support our alliances. I believe we should be able to have defensive responses, and it's going to be different depending on where we are in the world. But I just don't think that we need to be the biggest military in every single country.
Okay, so I think you might have worded that first one wrong because you're bringing up the military. I think these two topics tie together because U.S. global presence and U.S. global military presence is something different.
Yeah, I worded it that way because of how I wanted to engage people.
Yeah, but but when you explained it, it made okay. You're pretty much because you brought up bringing it. we have to spend more money on the military to be in these other countries and, you know, feel like we have to be involved in their politics and all that stuff. So, yeah, in that case, I don't think we do. But we still should be a part of allyship and communicating with other leaders, which even if we don't all agree with the way they have their country running or something like that, we shouldn't just like, you know, basically try to ice them out or something like that. So that's pretty much why I feel like we shouldn't. I disagree, but I don't think
My wife
necessarily-
iced me out. Look at this. You see, I got diamonds in my
Yes,
wedding
you
band.
mentioned your wife earlier, and you said she's
See that?
Ethiopian,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So you don't have you. Okay, wait, do you remember us kind of debating a little bit on Dean's Live? It was like a couple weeks ago, or maybe a month ago or something.
I'm sorry.
But
I don't.
that's okay. Basically, we were kind of debating on. You called me FBA or saying that
Oh yeah.
I don't believe that I'm an indigenous American, which I still believe that, but you don't have any of that up here. So maybe if you have a live concerning that, I would join again. We can debate about that. But I would say talk to your wife because a lot of Ethiopian history hasn't been untouched. Like they weren't conquered by the white man. So
Yeah, I know.
So them being basically like them being the original people of Ethiopia and them being melanated of that land, I feel the same way about me and my people in America. We were the original people.
I've talked and they laugh at you guys. They think you're funny. I do too.
What's funny?
Yeah, because you guys say stuff that isn't rooted in that's not rooted in reality. My wife just sent a message says stop talking about us. We do not agree with her. I know. Like the whole point is like the whole idea of being FBA is so like
I'm
nonsensical.
not FBA,
I get the
but I'm an Aboriginal American. But go ahead. I'm sorry. I believe, I'm an Aboriginal American. Just like your wife is the original woman of her land, I'm the original woman of this land.
They make my head hurt. No lie, I had to turn down the volume the entire time she was up here. She was loud. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. You're only looking for some debate. You're not going to disrespect indigenous people like that. It's fucking stupid. Josh, you said you're glad you missed it. She was loud. I don't know if this person's going to load. Debbie's in the chat for, I am going to mess up your name. I think it's pronounced We gotta, who sent a $5 donation saying, as a black man living in Deep South, surrounded by MAGA almost everywhere I go, listen to you and others to keep me sane. Appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you more. Listen, like I got your back. We locked in. I understand how it is. I'm from South Carolina, so I completely get it. Debbie's in the chat. Again, guys, if anyone else would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Pay links and link in the bio. Santana speaks for you if you're over on YouTube. Like Sento sent a $2 super chat to say this girl doesn't understand. Keep it up, bro. I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. You can send a super chat and I will read that out. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? Okay, drop it down. Hey guys, if you haven't hit that follow button yet, like hit that follow button. We're only 8 followers away from 300 new followers on the stream. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. We're only 8 followers away from 300 new followers on the stream. I'm telling you, like it's, we're going to be at 200,000 followers at no time. I believe in Joe Hendry. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
You're racist.
How? That's the best he had. Sam, come back and debate me on it. Come and tell me why I'm racist, bub. I'm always willing to learn. Come and prove it. Please don't go. Please don't go. Oh. That's the best they have. You're racist. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something in the background? Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something in the background? Okay, I'm gonna drop you down. Josh, you believe? I believe in Joe Hendry too. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. I didn't know. I apologize for being too loud. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
Yep.
Well, yep, what?
Hold up. Give me a second.
Okay. It's all good. Take your time. Nobody, it's just me and you hanging out here anyway. Nobody else is watching.
So you don't like ICE? What have they done wrong besides the Alex situation?
You said what?
You don't like ICE, correct?
What does it say anything about ICE on the background?
But you don't like ICE.
I got ice
Do
in
you
my
like
drink
ice?
right now. What are you talking about?
I think you know what I'm talking about.
What does ICE stand for?
I don't know. But does that mean you're not going to debate me on it?
What kind of ice? Crushed ice, cube ice? Do you like the ice from Chick-fil-A? I like the ice from Chick-fil-A.
I guess so. Hold up.
You know, like when women are, when women are pregnant, that they like really like. You like Sonic Ice? I do. I like Sonic Ice too. Sonic Ice is really good. Have you ever had shaved ice? I think he's going to look up what ICE stands for, guys. Hospital ice is really good.
So you don't like immigration enforcement?
Why would I like him? What do you mean? I'm so confused.
Immigration enforcement.
Rita's ice is dope. Rita's Italian ice, like gas.
So we're dodging.
Gas.
We're dodging.
I can't hear you while you're out of the app. You keep swiping out to try to remember what it stands for.
US. So you don't like the US.
Not you swiping out. Not you swiping out so you can like remember what it's called because you don't know what the fuck it is. Oh my god.
This is typical. This is typical.
Wait, why did you come up here to talk about ICE when there's nothing on my background talking about ICE?
Liberal behavior. They can't.
This is typical MAGA mobile where your signal's shitty. We can't hear you, bub. Your signal's shitty.
Okay, well you said you don't like them, right?
I don't give. What does ICE have to do with my background?
Chat, he likes ICE. Chat, he likes ICE.
Chat, I fucking love crushed ice. I love cube ice. I love block ice. Give me ice in my lemonade. Give me ice in my water. Give me ice in my Coke. I love shaved ice. I love Rita's ice.
He just admitted it. All of y'all love ice?
I do love ice cream.
Ice? Nice. Okay.
You're not good at this. Like, what's the point of you? What's the point of you doing this? Like, you're not good at this. He was not. They're so fucking stupid. Oh my god, they're so stupid. They make my head hurt sometimes. God damn, they're so stupid. They make my head hurt sometimes. Oh. Iceland, yeah, we love ice skating. You guys are so fucking petty. You guys are so petty. Craft ice. They fucking suck. They suck. They suck. They all, somebody said black ice or white ice. White ice got to be black. Tell me why you always trying to put the negative on the black ice. Sounds like you trying to give the black ice a bad name. Yo, they suck. They suck. What would you say, Gucci Man LaFleur? So icy. Oh my God, they suck. Yeah, not yellow ice. Are you a Trump supporter? Disagree? Something on the background?
Yeah, I disagree with all of it, to be honest.
Okay, which point do you disagree with the most? Where you like to start?
Probably the military budget, I would say.
Can you pick another one? I just did that one. How do you feel about ice?
I love ice.
What's your favorite type of ice?
Crushed.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think about the ice from Sonic?
It's alright.
I like Chick-fil-A ice.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A ice ain't bad either.
Yeah. Hey, why do you support Trump?
Why do I support Trump?
Yeah, like real world stuff today.
Because he's our president. So I feel like if we didn't support Trump, then we would just, that would be like not supporting the captain of the ship, dude. You know what I mean? Like, let's just all say.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel different though. Like, shouldn't we be able to hold him accountable and say, like, I mean, like if he's fucking up, we should be able to call him out and say, like, hey, this is fucked up, right?
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
And so I guess that's the point that I'm getting to though. It's like what's the last thing you called him out on?
I mean, I don't like the way that he is boastful.
Yeah, but like, what's the real thing last thing you called him out on?
Honestly, I try not to look at the bad.
Why?
So I feel like if we're just looking for the bad all the time, then we're never going to see the good.
Oh no, you got to look at both of them though, right?
Yeah. So
I mean, like seriously, like holding them accountable. It's not even about like. So, and this is what I say all the time. Like, you don't have to be a Democrat. It's not even about that. It's about like understanding that at some point you got to be able to say like, hey, this is fucked up, and like hold them accountable. And like, that's why I don't like the Democrats. I think the Democrats are weak. But I think to a higher level, they try to do things that are beneficial for American people. And like at some point, we just got to start calling things the way they are, right?
Yeah, I agree.
So what would be the line for you then? Because like I understand the idea of, and I saw what you said, Kay. I understand the idea of like supporting the president, and like I think everyone as a whole wants our country to do well, but we should still be able to be like, hey, this is fucked up. Like, where's the line for you then?
I mean, I know where you're going with this. And I'm
really not. I'm just asking questions at this moment.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to end up to the line is, he's sexually harassed or he's sexually assaulted.
Oh no, I don't do those things. I mean, like I'm having a genuine conversation right now. That's why I have like topics on the background, because I hate when people keep saying like the same thing that we've talked about a million times. I find no value in those things. But like right now, you and I are just having a conversation. Like completely, I'm just trying to figure out you as a person.
Okay. I mean, but so what's your question exactly?
What's the line for you? Like when would you say like, no, I can't do this anymore? Because you already said that you don't really focus on the bad, or you don't look at the bad, and which like I get it, right? There's a lot of time things can be like gloom and doom, and then also there's a bunch of propaganda, and you never necessarily know how much is really true, how much is false. But like at some point you got to be like, yeah, this is kind of fucked, right?
I mean, yeah.
So when would you hit that point?
I don't know. I know when I get there, though.
You think it's worth waiting to see if you actually hit that point?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I don't think that we're at that point yet, though. If that's what you're asking.
Do you think things are good today?
Do I think things are good? I mean, not necessarily. I mean, I don't think. Like, I mean, I don't think that the situation that we're dealing with now would be any different with Kamala in office or
Kamala.
Biden.
You don't think that our lives would be different right now with Kamala in office versus where they are?
No,
Why not?
because the way that either way that it was going, inflation, the price of groceries, like there's just nothing that you can do about it, because as Americans, I feel like we're the ones consuming the majority of the things in the world. So,
But you know when stuff like really got fucked up though, right?
probably, I mean, yeah, during COVID.
Yeah, and you know Trump directly assisted with like a bunch of shit getting fucked up.
Like, what do you mean?
You mentioned price of groceries. Do you know why groceries skyrocketed during COVID?
Well, I mean, there was a lot of people at home. People didn't really have nothing to do, and fast food restaurants weren't open. So
I mean, that was
everybody was going to the
that was
grocery store.
that was part of it.
And
That was part of it. During Donald Trump's first administration, he started a trade war with China, right? And in turn, it ended up affecting our farmers, right? And so our farmers, under his first administration, bankruptcies for farmers went up by 24%. So there was a 24% spike. And then legacy farmers overwhelmingly couldn't stay in business. So like a lot of these small local farms that were like responsible for the groceries or whatever, they couldn't sustain anymore. And so they ended up going out of business, and they had to sell their small legacy farms to big corporate farms. And fun fact, China has like a controlling interest in a lot of these like big corporate farms, right?
so why couldn't my question is then, before you continue, is why couldn't these small farms continue?
Because with the trade war with China, China wasn't buying a lot of our actual goods that we buy and sell, as far as our groceries, they get shipped out of the country. Like a lot of our produce is shipped to other countries. Everybody knows about like soybeans, but a lot of our farm products are shipped out of the country to other countries, especially China.
Yeah,
like we send a lot of a lot of farm goods out of the country.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but like the actual trade war hit the farmers so hard. That's why they had to get those subsidies or whatever, right? Like Donald Trump had to try to give them subsidies to keep them afloat, and then Joe Biden extended them, and then Donald Trump, first thing he did when he got back in office was remove it. But regardless, what happened was those legacy farmers, like I said, bankruptcies rose by 24% under Trump's first term. And they had to sell their farms to like these corporate farms. And a majority of those corporate farms have controlling interests by China. So China won in twofold. But what happened is when they ended up like having to sell, since it was corporate farms selling to the grocery stores, then they were able to actually set the price point higher than like the local legacy farms. And so grocery prices went up. And you combine that with, have you ever heard of shrinkflation?
Yeah.
Okay. So you combine that with shrinkflation and greedflation. Like literally the CEO for Kroger went and testified in front of Congress and admitted that multiple grocery stores had made a decision together to just all raise prices even when they didn't need to, under the the guise of like COVID. And so they just made prices higher because they knew it was going to go up and people were going to buy it anyway. And so like all of these things happened under Trump's first term that directly made the cost of groceries go up. And, once it's up and it's up and it's up and it's stuck, as Cardi B said.
And I'm not arguing with you, but I'm just making a valid point. But you said that this happened during Trump's administration, and I
And I'm not saying that you're wrong, but we can't blame Trump for what corporate businesses have done.
No, we
How
blame
can
Trump for his trade war.
So the trade war with China was definitely necessary because we
It
were.
wasn't.
How was it not necessary? So you think that so you think that we could bring China's produce in with no tariffs?
It was us. It was literally us. Again, they were buying our produce. China was buying our produce. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why our
And they said
farms
that
was
they
hurt.
weren't going to buy it anymore if we were going to charge them tariffs.
Yeah, because Donald Trump started a trade war that didn't yield any benefits.
But it did yield benefits because
What
they
benefit?
ended up working out a deal with the farmers. It took a while, and the farmers took a hit, but like they
No,
ended
they
up
didn't.
they didn't get it negotiated.
Are you talking about this term?
I'm talking about the first term.
No. That's why the Trump administration had to pass government subsidies for farmers, and the Biden administration had to extend subsidies for farmers. No.
So in Trump's term, we didn't sell any soybeans after the trade war started with China.
No, that's not what I'm saying. They didn't get any type of substantial deal that made up for the actual trade war that was started with China. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying we didn't sell any. I'm saying now in this term that we went a whole period where we didn't sell any soybeans. But again, I'm saying that people know soybeans. It's so much more than soybeans. It's a lot more than soybeans.
Yeah, but your argument was that, you know, it was Trump's fault with the trade war with China is why grocery prices went up. When you literally just said that the CEO of Kroger went and spoke in front of Congress and said that they made a decision to raise prices because they knew people were going to buy the goods.
I told you the multiple factors. I'm not saying this one thing. I'm saying all of these things happen. I'm trying to explain to you what actually made prices higher.
Yeah. And I mean, that is a factor.
It's a large factor. Like, I'm just trying to explain. I wasn't even trying to debate you. You're getting on your heels because you think that I'm debating you. Like, I'm just explaining to you what happened. Like, all I'm trying to do is tell you what caused the actual issue. That's all. Like, I didn't think any of these things were up for debate or dispute. Like, I'm just telling you what happened.
Yeah. And that's fine that you can do that, but when you use Trump's name as like this happened in his administration or this happened in their administration, we're putting the blame on somebody when you literally just said it was the CEO.
No, I told you bankruptcy in farmer bankruptcy increased by 24% under Donald Trump's first term, and I told you why. Like if I just tell you that it went up by 24% and then I don't tell you why, then you can just say, well, that's a correlation causation fallacy. The reason why I told you that it increased by 24%, and I'm telling you the thing that caused it to increase by 24%.
Okay. And I'm not disagreeing with you and why you said that, but you rerouted and was like, okay, during Trump's first term that this happened. Like, yeah, that did happen, but that's not what you're saying is the, like, I don't understand. I don't know. I don't understand what Trump had to do with grocery prices going up.
What did I say happened once the legacy farmers had to sell their farms?
That large corporate bought them out.
And then what did they do in term as far as selling them to grocery stores?
They raised the prices.
Boom.
But you said, and you misrepresented it by saying during Trump's first administration.
How is that that's literally what happened in his first administration. How is that misrepresenting it?
You're trying to blame Trump for the reason why that happened when that's just not accurate.
Okay. Trump started a trade war.
Yeah.
Farmers couldn't make it out of the trade war and went bankrupt. Farmers sold their farms to corporate farms. Corporate farms raised the prices for groceries to the grocery store. Grocery store sold the groceries at higher prices. Do you see how all the dots connect?
I mean, I see what you're doing, but like the it just doesn't make sense because regardless of how you look at it, that had to be done. The trade war had to happen.
Why?
Because we were being ripped off. Truly, honestly.
How?
Because China produces lots of goods and sells them into the market, and just it's crazy how they do it, and we can't compete.
Okay,
with it.
so wait, so the trade war needed to happen because China makes too much shit.
Honestly, yeah.
You don't hear how fucking stupid that sounds?
That's just how it works. When you
So we had to trade so we started a trade war to make China stop making stuff?
No, but we used it as what you call a tool. We used it as a tool.
To do what?
To make money off of them.
How do we make money off of them?
By them buying our goods.
They were already buying, they bought less goods. What are you talking about?
They did buy less goods, but we charged them more money to sell it into the market.
What is, you just said that we used it a tool, we used that as a tool to make them buy more goods, but they didn't buy more goods. That doesn't make sense.
No, but we still made money off of them because they paid more to sell them into the market.
We didn't make money off of them. We made money off of us.
How does that doesn't even make sense?
Who pays tariffs?
They do.
No.
Okay, then.
What's a tariff?
It's just it's a tax on goods that you import.
Okay, so who pays said tax?
They do.
No, they're the exporters. They're the exporters. Why would they pay the tax?
Because they're importing goods.
No, they're the exporters.
How can we use it as a tool then? Like your argument earlier was like, oh, tariffs are a tool that we use to
You're
negotiate.
a tool. You're a tool. Okay. We pay the tax on the goods that's tariffs because we are the importers, right?
So why would
the importers stop? You just stop. The importers pay the actual tariff costs, which is the companies that are here in the US getting the stuff from China. China doesn't pay anything. China still doing what they do. Once we get the stuff and it comes into our ports, before the companies can take it, they have to pay the tariffs. And since they pay the tariffs, since they have to pay more, they pass on the cost to you and me. And so the things that we were buying, this bottle used to be $2. Instead of it being $2, now it's $5. That's how it works.
Then why are countries trying to negotiate tariffs? Or we can't afford?
They're not.
So
Donald Trump has less than 10 deals done, and he put tariffs on every country in the world.
But why is there only 10 deals done? Is because
Trump is stupid.
No, the Supreme Court literally went against what he done.
Because it was stupid. Do you not understand how stupid it was?
Short term, yeah, I think that it's
short term and long term. Did you know? See, look, this is the problem. What Donald Trump is doing has been done twice in our country history. Twice. Both times they were 100 years apart. The first time that it was done by the conservatives, and the conservatives, after doing so, lost power, lost 60% of their seats. 60% of their seats. 100 years later, the conservatives did the same shit and lost power for 60 years. This has been done twice, and both times it failed, and both times the Conservative Party lost a shit ton of power. And now Donald Trump has done this, and 38 members of the House have retired. That's a historic number. There's never been 38 members of the House retiring. The Republican Party has lost almost every single general election and special election since Donald Trump won the presidency. The House split is 217 to 214. And you guys are on track to lose the House and the Senate. I'm telling you, it's fucking stupid. And everybody knows it except you because you don't know what a fucking tariff is.
Then how is it a tool if it doesn't affect other countries? If you were the one that said it was a tool that
so the way that it's used as a tool is it's done with strategic tariffs, meaning that you target a specific sector of imports where you actually make it more feasible to purchase the good in the US versus the good being outside of the US. And so it slows their ability to sell their good in that country. Now, if you do that with a specific sector, then it works. But when you do it like Donald Trump does and puts it on everything, it's not specific enough for people to say, you know what? I'm going to go without this one thing. They might say, I'm going to go without this one thing, but they're not going to say, I'm going to go without everything.
Okay. And I don't disagree with you because I do agree with that. And that is partially how tariffs can work. But when you charge a flat rate of 10%, those and let's say me and you're not going to pay that cost. If the
we are.
And I don't.
We are. Stop saying we're not. The numbers are already out, and it's shown that 90% of the tariffs have been paid by U.S. consumers. They've already done the math on the numbers.
So who passed that off to the consumer?
Corporations.
Okay, so if let's say that is the case.
No, it is. Like the actual numbers are out. It's not, let's say the numbers are out.
Okay, well, why has our Congress, that is probably going to be majority Democrats, why are we not holding these corporate businesses accountable for passing on the good to the consumer and not paying the tax?
Because it's the cost of doing fucking business. Why would Congress hold businesses responsible for the president putting tariffs on imported goods? That's what the fuck are you talking about?
When it's for national security, obviously, for sure.
How is it for national security? How?
When China starts selling EVs into our country with no tariffs, do you know how detrimental
Japan sells the EVs, you fucking idiot.
China doesn't make EVs.
Japan is the one we have to worry about with the EVs.
Japan's already making EVs here. Like there's like multiple Toyota plants throughout and Nissan plants throughout the United States. BYD is the largest. BYD is a Chinese company that has more production output for electric vehicles in the whole entire world. That's a fact. You can look it up if you like, but it's a fact. They produce the largest number of electric vehicles in the world. They're the most productive society in the world. When it comes to agricultural, auto industry, robots, it doesn't matter.
So when we talk about the actual electric vehicles and the output, the point that I'm trying to get across to you is the country that had the largest footprint within our country and was the biggest threat for selling their EVs was Japan.
But Japan,
I understand the amount of EVs that are produced by China, but due to our market restrictions and the trades and the trade agreements, Japan is the bigger threat for selling EVs within the US. But again, you don't understand tariffs, and I'm so confused.
Well, there's no tariffs on the Japanese cars because they're made here in America. I would say that probably 80% of all Toyotas are made here in America.
What the fuck does that have to do with the tariffs that were placed on everything? What are we even doing?
Well, that makes.
What point do you think you're making right now? Like what point do you think that you're actually making?
Like, let's say that there is tariffs. It makes corporate businesses buy from American-made companies. For example, Toyota, they now buy American steel and they don't transport steel in from places like China, Japan, because they don't want to pay the tariff. Or who makes the most EVs? Did you look it up?
You're lying. Toyota buys their steel from Japanese manufacturers, including Nippon Steel, Kobe Steel, and JFK Steel. Like, okay. I'm so confused what point you think you're making. Like, again, like I've tried.
Toyota, it may be a Japanese manufacturer, but that steel is made here in America. Not all of it. They do import
You said
some.
that they don't. You said they buy American steel. They don't. They buy Japanese steel. I just told you the companies they buy. No, you're fucking wrong. You've been wrong about everything. You haven't said anything that makes any fucking sense. You don't know what a fucking tariff is. You don't know how things work. No. It's not. I'm looking at it right here. You're fucking wrong. You're fucking wrong. You're fucking the number one is Japanese steel, and it lists the actual Japanese steel companies. You're fucking wrong. And you know what? You know what? I do not have to take this. Good day, sir.
Is that the way of saying?
I said good day, sir. He said, you get nothing. What the fuck are we doing? Holy shit. They're so stupid. Jesus, they're so stupid. What are we doing? How could I have taught him something? What was I supposed to do with that? You get nothing, you lose. Oh my God. Oh. Oh, they're so bad. Okay. Oh, that was so fucking bad, chat. It was so fucking. Oh my God, they're so stupid. We all need to donate to Jeff's hydrogen fund. We need to get the hydrogen out of the sun. I'm more convinced now than ever. Where's Jeff at? Is Jeff here, y'all? Somebody go get Jeff. Thank you for the galaxy. Somebody go get Jeff. We gotta fucking figure out how to get all the hydrogen out of the sun. Somebody let Jeff know that I'm in 100% now. Fuck it. I am in 100%. Let's get all the hydrogen out of the sun. I'm over it. Fuck it. Somebody get Jeff in. We can do mutual aid to get the hydrogen out of the fun. Fuck it. I mean, hydrogen out of the sun. Fuck it. I'm with it. Let's get it all going. You got it, Jeff. You fucking win. Holy smokes. W's in the chat for Mr. Periwinkle for the $5 super chat to say, go see the new Mario movie. I might do that. W's in the chat for Blue Bonnet for the $10 super chat to say, glad to see we're able to catch late nights evening live. I'm not political savvy, and I get the terrors falling on me as a consumer. I do appreciate the critical thinking awakening. Have a great weekend. Thank you. Thank you, Blue Bonnet. W's in the chat for, is it Joanne Hernandez? Who said $1.99 super chat to say, I lost my shit. I lost mine too. W's in the chat for Billy D. Graham, who became a late night tuber. W's in the chat for Milford, who sent a $10 super chat to say, OMG Santana, the good day, sir, was epic. Cognitive dissonance at its finest. What the fuck are these people even doing? Like, what are they even? Oh my God. W's in the chat for Jay for the $2 donation saying, no cap. My MAGA coworker asks, do you make my MAGA coworker asks, do they make lotion for mouths? My mouth is dry. I responded, yes, called water. The country is screwed. Love you, Santana. If I had someone look me dead in the face and say, do they make lotion for your mouth because my mouth is dry, I would smack them in the face because I would feel like you just insulted me. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. Oh, yeah, we cooked. Oh, we're fucking cooked. Oh, we're cooked. Hey, it's time to wrap this shit up. Hey, fuck that. It's time to wrap this whole experiment up. Like, I don't know who the fuck came up with this, but this shit is ghetto. Like, this whole reality is ghetto. Fuck that. Time to turn off the lights. Send this shit back. No, fuck it. I want to speak to the manager right now. Somebody get the manager on the phone. Fuck that. This is ghetto. Can't do it. Somebody get the manager on the phone right now. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. Wrap this shit up. I'm done. Fuck that. Oh my God. Oh, we're so cooked. Oh, we're so cooked. Holy shit. He said you want a refund. Golly. W's in the chat for W's in the chat for W's in the chat for Amira, who sent a $10 donation saying, Santana wife, don't kill me, but you got so lucky. Santana is fine. I want to see you. My wife is, listen, I outkick my coverage with my wife. Not gonna hold you. Not gonna hold you. My wife is gorgeous. I completely outkick my coverage. It's not even close. Every day I hope she wake up and don't get her eyes checked. I'm so glad that she wear glasses. Because if she ever got her eyes checked, W's in the chat for my wife. W's in the chat for Cassie for the $1 donation saying you're a tool. He cackled. He is a tool. W's in the chat for Angela for the $5 donation saying, Santana, I voted no in your poll to give you a night off. Now look at you. Your head's hurt from driving. I should have took the night off. I should have done it. Fuck, I should have taken the night off. I should have. Guys, I got a new board or whatever. I've been posting shit to the board. Follow the board on TikTok. W's in the chat for Harry for the $2 donation saying, I sell Toyotas. EVs are built in Japan. He was so fucking stupid. Harry, he was so stupid. W's in the chat. W's in the chat. Hold on. W's in the chat for, is it Nisi or Nessa? I know it's Nisi. Nisi. W's in the chat for Nisi. Man, good day, sir. Really needs to make a serious comeback. You know what we really need to start doing? W's in chat for Nisi for the $5 donation. You know what I'm gonna start doing? I'm gonna start walking around with white gloves. Like, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start walking around with white gloves, and the next time someone says something outrageous, I'm just gonna pull out the white glove, slap them across the face, and tell them I challenge them to a duel. Nisa. I apologize. Sorry, Nisa. I see you. What up, twin? I'm gonna start carrying a white glove, and every single time I'm just gonna pull it out and slap them across the face and challenge them to a duel. Because why the fuck not? Why I gotta be white? It gotta be white so I don't go to jail. If it was a black glove, they'd probably shoot the glove before I get it out. That's why I got to be a white glove, so I can get the glove out and slap them across the face. God damn, boy. Do I fence? No. Roxy said, chat lock in. We've gone completely off the rails tonight. Like, this shit, I don't know what we're doing anymore. I don't know what we're doing. Like, this entire, yeah, we are. This entire live has gone completely off the rails. What'd you say? Back our pistols at dawn. I know that's right. Pistols at fucking dawn. W's in the chat for Activista, who sent a $2 super chat to say, apparently, oh, we can't say the Activista. Can't say that one. W's in chat, though. Thank you for the 2. W's in the chat for Inconspicuous for the $10 super chat to say, Saturday sucks. I'm just kidding. Have a good one. Absolutely. Absolutely. What would you say? 2? Oh, YouTube, they talking shit. It said YouTube will find out it's funny in 4 minutes. YouTube, they are talking shit about you. YouTube is saying 10 paces. YouTube, they talking shit about y'all. YouTube is gonna be hella mad. Give it a minute. YouTube about to be real upset. Oh, there they go. They just heard. They say rude. That was the first one. Oh, they said, why y'all attacking them? They said WTF. YouTube is pissed now, TikTok chat. They are pissed. They are pissed at y'all now. Wait, hold on. YouTube, TikTok chat said they challenged you to a duel. Yo, YouTube, TikTok chat said they challenged y'all to a duel. Look, now they said that suck. TikTok sucks. They give us hell today. Get your shit right. Wait. Wait, now they said, hold on. They just said, let's challenge TikTok to a duel. Wait, they're going to be so mad when they realize y'all challenged them first. Now they're saying they want to challenge y'all to a duel. Y'all are hell. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Stop it. Stop it. Y'all better cut it out before I make y'all put on your sibling shirt. That I'm gonna put y'all in the same shirt and make y'all love each other. Twitch said, "Don't forget about us." I can never forget about y'all, Twitch. I can never ever forget about y'all. W's in the chat for Phoenix. I for the $2.90. Have at these scoundrels. They said have at these scoundrels. W's in the chat for Shrimp. Who said a $4.99 super chat to say this is for all the MAGA babysitters you had to endure. Thank you so much for that. Holy shit. W's in the chat for Robin for the one say don't bother trying to refund. I already spoke to the man. Oh, wait. Robin sent $1 said, don't bother trying to get a refund. I already spoke to the manager, and somehow the call ended with me getting put on a payment plan for my audacity. God damn. Oh, what? What are we doing? WC chat from MAGA Cries with a $2 donation said, as a YouTube mod, I formally declare pistols at dawn. God damn, MAGA Cries. WC in the chat for Robert for the $20 donation said, I meant to send a $20 donor. What the hell? It's all good. Okay, guys. All right, that's enough. I gotta go. This has been enough for me. These people have been horrible tonight. This is why I don't like doing like debates at night anymore. These people suck. They suck. They're still in the request too. They're still here. Ain't no way I will put myself through this anymore. I am done. We'll be back in the morning. I refuse. These people suck. Would you say log off? Log off? Yeah. All right. Yeah, we got to log off. That's enough. That's enough for tonight. We got to log off. Wrap this shit up. Somebody turn the lights off. Yeah, we got to log off. That's enough. And the lights. This shit was so great. Chat, we're fucking cooked. Hey, no. Stop, Miss Ashley. No, not at dawn. Stop it. Stop it. Stop trying to challenge YouTube to a duel. You guys cut it out. Holy shit. All right, let's wrap this up. Let's hit this outro.
You stepped in a box. Now you're in the ring. Ain't no hugs here. You better take your best swing. Mike Hot, who wanna step in the flame? This ain't a debate, this a mind game. Facts type lies, get left in chain. One wrong word, get slapped out your name. This ain't TikTok T, this a war zone talk. No script, no filter, no safe walk. Bring stats who get scrambled like a glitch. I got fire in my mouth like I came from the pit.
Hey, W's in the chat for the chat. Both chats. You guys be nice. Everybody love each other. Everybody love each other. We're going to get out of here. We'll be back in the morning with some debates, and hopefully it won't be as batshit crazy as it was tonight, because tonight's was like off the rocker fucking crazy. I mean it. All right. All right, go do something cool. Box these nuts in your mouth, Creed. Go do something cool. Go hang out. Go have a drink. Go kiss somebody that you think is pretty. I'm gonna go give my wife a kiss. All right. We'll be out of here. I'll see you guys in the morning. I love you. Guys. Thank you for all the gifts, the taps, the likes, the shares. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you all for being amazing, cool, funny, sexy, smart, and all that good shit. I love you all, and as always, peace.